Well, Purasoul is my cigar brand. I came up with the name Purasoul because it represents the values and the essence, I think, of what the brand represents and who I am.
Okay, Hip Hop Weekly All Access. This is your girl Brianna, and I am here on the check-in with Mr. Wright. How's it going today?
Awesome.
Okay, and you are here promoting your Purasoul cigars, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, tell us about that.
Well, Purasoul is the name of my cigar company and the name of my cigar brand. It was established in 2013, and I've been at it ever since. It consists of mainly 4 different blends. My first blend is a Nicaraguan blend, blended with the Ecuadorian Habana wrapper from Nicaragua, predominantly Nicaraguan tobacco. And it followed with a Honduran Corojo blend and a Maduro blend and a Barbacoa. So there's 4 blends that represent the Purasoul line.
Okay. You want to say something?
Would you consider yourself with the using the terminology associated with the different tobaccos, would you consider yourself a connoisseur of cigars?
Some people think that I am, and I can say that I've been around it long enough to feel confident enough to offer a quality product at a reasonable price. I've been involved in the industry for about 30 years.
Okay.
On different levels, and I've learned a lot from different reputable people. From the blenders, farmers, the business owners, and my relationship have afforded me the opportunity to do what I'm doing right now.
Good. Great.
Okay. So, just upon the research I've been doing on you, I see that you're a saxophonist.
That's another one of my passions, yes.
Okay. Well, tell us how that you're using that to work together with your cigar business.
Well, I've always had a dream of. First of all, I've been involved in music for about 40 years. I picked it up when I was in middle school, and that's something that I love very much. While at the same time, I've devoted about 30 years or so in the premium cigar industry. So when I had the opportunity to do my own thing and establish my own cigar line, the first thing came to mind, why not combine the two? For the most part, when you're smoking a cigar, you're either listening, talking, and or just enjoying the company of others. And I thought listening to some quality music, some people call it jazz. I just call it quality music. It could be funk, it could be hip hop, it could be Latin. Can enhance the smoking experience and the pleasure of it. So it's more of an ambiance kind of thing. And I like to consider myself not unique, but not necessarily a follower of others. So I felt that honestly I had something to offer. So that's how the whole music and the combination became part of the brand. And I do perform at some events if the venue can accommodate for it. I do promote my cigars and entertain the folks because you have the attention. And so it's something that I enjoy, and I think when you're doing something that you believe in that's honest, people feel it and they appreciate it. Okay. So that's how the combination came about.
Cigar smoke has become more of a culture, and it's being adopted by a lot of African Americans. Can you speak to your experience with what is now considered an insurgence of cigar
culture? It's funny you said that. When I was first started in the industry as a sales rep many years ago, I would walk into cigar shops and get that certain kind of look like, what are you doing here? We don't want nothing. They thought I was selling clocks or something, and I'll pull out my little business card and my name is Robert, I'm with X company, and Just wanted to introduce myself to you and the cigar line that I represent. Oh, I'm sorry, come on, let me, talk to you. Tell me what you got. By that, I'm telling you that we were there were very few of us that participated in the pleasure of the cigar experience. Mm-hmm. It just wasn't something that we knew anything about. And if you did, it would be one person, in a suit from Wall Street because of his relationship with others. It's not a racial thing, it's just the truth. And since then, because of the cigar boom, the pleasure of enjoying the experience of a cigar, smoking a cigar, became available to others because of the Cigar Aficionado magazine that was introduced back in the mid-90s. And that invited all kinds of smokers. And then you would see Michael Jordan with a cigar on the cover, or you would see
Charles Barkley.
Exactly, and then they'll put females on the cover, actresses, athletes, and there was just a natural way to market that experience. And not only did they just show it visually, but they also shared the etiquette of it, and how to properly light it, how to care for it with the humidors and the accessories, and it became a fad. And like anything else, when you see others do it, they talk about it, and it becomes something that they get the courage to do, to the extent now where you have women smoking and really enjoying it and know what they're doing. It's a beautiful thing, and it's something that you can experience socially and also by yourself in solitude. I do that a lot, and I think I decompress with it, and it's cool. And I think that's the attraction now, and we feel more welcome because when you go in the shop and you're not the only one smoking, only person of color, you feel a little comfortable. Now we're welcomed into more cigar shops, obviously because we spend a lot of money, but we don't feel out of place anymore. So I'm happy that the industry have sort of involved and included people of color.
Okay. Well, tell us a little bit about the blends. I'm seeing that you have like the sweet, sour, bitter, and so forth. Which one do you have in your hand now?
This is my first blend. It's all of my blends are like my children, but this is my first, and it's a Nicaraguan blend. And I wanted to blend in a cigar that, first of all my cigars, I strive to offer complexity, balance, and flavor in all my cigars, using the tobacco as the ingredients. And that's why those different taste chart or the different taste profiles, they represent different parts of the tobacco leaf. So it's not just like putting together a cigar with any leaf, any random leaf. Each portion represents one of the 5 different taste profiles, right? And basically that's what I use. You have 5 ingredients you choose from. Based on the tobacco that you have, it'll determine pretty much what you're working with. So to answer your question is sweet, sour, bitter, sodium, and umami. Okay, and basically that's 5 flavors that the human tongue can detect.
Okay.
And that's what I use as a chart to work with.
Okay. So as far as what we have on the table, is that what which blends are those?
Okay.
So you have Honduras.
Yeah. My first blend is a blend that was blended in Nicaragua, predominantly using Ecuadorian Habana wrapper. I love an Ecuadorian Habana wrapper. It embodies multiple flavors to me. It's kind of a little spicy, a little peppery, but then there's the umami quality that gives you a little moist finish. Some people, it's sexy to say buttery creamy. It's sexy to say dark chocolate, coffee. You don't say bitter.
Okay.
And and then balance is like cooking. You want to keep the portions properly, else it's going to overpower everything. Anyway, my first is the Nicaraguan. My second blend is a Corojo Puro, which means filler, bind, and wrapper. First of all, cigars are made in 3 different portions. The interior part of it is called the filler inside, and that filler consists of percentages of different types of tobacco to make it a little more interesting in flavors. So it could be 30, 30, and 40%. Okay, and then you have the binder that holds that percentage together, and then what you see is on the outside is called the wrapper. So you got the filler, the binder, and the wrapper. The wrapper offers up to about 60% of the flavor. If I was to take the wrapper off of this cigar, it'd be so unbalanced that you probably won't. It'd be disgusting to smoke. Okay. And that's just how important choosing the wrapper is. So this is my second blend, is the Corojo Puro, and then I came out with my third blend, 2015-16. I wanted to add some diversity to my blends, so I have a Nicaraguan blend, I have a Puro Corojo blend, which is the foundation to most of my blends, the Corojo, and I can get into that a little later. Maduro is my third blend that I introduced. Maduro just means ripe in Spanish. It's a fermented leaf that darkens, like when you ferment fruit or banana turns sweet. It has black spots. Tobacco is the same way. And it's the filler is a Corojo filler. And my limited blend is a purasoul barber pole. As I said, the wrapper consists of, or offers up about 60% of the taste profile. So this particular cigar, which is very difficult to roll properly, alternates the Maduro with the Corojo. And it's really a very interesting smoke. It's medium, full flavor, and it's limited. So those are my 4 Purasoul blends, and they are my children.
to the novice to cigar smoke, but could you explain the difference between the premium cigars as compared to what you would find from like your corner?
Yeah, premium cigar. A lot of people don't know the difference. The machine-made cigar is normally not considered to be premium for the most part, and they consist of homogenized wrappers like the Philly Blunts and the Dutch Masters and the Swisher Sweets. Homogenized wrapper is just another way of simulating what natural leaf is. So it's chopped up, low priming, low quality tobacco that's liquefied, heated, and then rolled out and dried to simulate the leaf. And it's made by a machine. The machine makes the cigars, so they crank them out at high velocity, high volume. And so the price is a lot less because it's not handmade. So generally a premium cigar is handmade. It uses all natural leaf tobacco. And for the most part, the construction and how it's made will determine, the level of how high of a premium cigar it is. And I can get into, why certain cigars cost more than others, but it's a premium cigar is handmade generally and is using quality tobacco.
Okay. Well, to the left here we have Ms. Erica McCracken. She's going to be our assistant today to give you, to give everybody, what she thinks about your cigars for the taste. Now, what kind does she have in her hand?
Oh, that's a Nicaraguan blend. That's my first blend, and that's a mild to medium in body. See, cigars generally have 3 categories. It's either mild, medium, and full, in flavor, in strength, and in body. So, because you're an occasional smoker, I didn't want to give you something that's full body, full strength. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that.
That has a little something in it, but it's the least potent, I think, to the palate, and you might enjoy that one more than some of the others. Again, I might be wrong. Okay. Everybody's palate is different.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and light.
Okay. Well, generally, you light the cigars. There's an etiquette way of doing it. You take the tip of the flame, you hold it at an angle, they say. So I do what they say. And they are the guys, the Cubans and the guys that own companies, and they've been at it for a while. So basically, you just take the tip and you get it so that it's a red hue. But if you light it right, it'll smoke right. If you don't light it right, it won't burn even. want to try it?
Sure.
I was telling you earlier that cigar smoke is one of those things that it's for the accomplished. You know what I mean? Like it's not something that you take and casually partake in. It's something that you
It's part of a lifestyle.
yeah. So yeah.
People smoke for different reasons. Every reason is good. Whatever the reason is, it's a personal thing. It's personal preference.
Yeah.
It's also used in a spiritual sense.
Okay.
The different cultures they use tobacco for different reasons, but it's more of a spiritual reason.
Yeah.
To celebrate, to pay respect to the ancestors. Africans, Indians all use tobacco. They say it has a medicinal effect. It's soothing, it's kind of a relaxing thing. And I think medically they say it also has some use in some sense. So so I know that it relaxes me, it calms my my senses. And
This is
I
very
need
smooth.
oh, thank you.
Extremely. So did you want to try one of the other blends?
Sure. Yeah.
And I have a question for you.
Yes.
You said you've been in this business for about 40 years,
No, close to 30.
close to 30.
Yes.
So when did you see the surge in women starting to smoke cigars? Because I feel like typically it was thought of a gentleman's thing to do.
Yeah, and I would say early 2000s, used to see a few women, walking around. I think they were encouraged by their man, come on, try it, babe. And some of them had the courage to do so, and they did it enough, and they got it. They understand it. Not everyone enjoys it. You got to have an acquired taste. Not everyone likes coffee. Some people like tea. But if you like coffee, dark, strong coffee, there's a good chance that you can understand what is it that you're getting in terms of flavor profile. It's not a flavor as in sweet, dessert type stuff. But there are cigars that are flavored that way to appease, the curiosity of folks that want it, vanilla flavored, cherry flavored. But after you go through that for a while, you're really not experiencing just natural tobacco. And, there's something to say, why so many different cultures have used tobacco in one way or another without ever talking to each other. You're talking about, Africa and North America with the Indians, Central America. They all had stumbled across tobacco in some way or another. So there is something to it, But I think more women started seeing other women doing it, and they were encouraged to do so. And then there are a lot of little women smoking groups now, and they're learning about it, and it's really nice to see it. I think a woman smoking a cigar is really cool, real sexy,
And what advice would you give for anyone who has two passions like you did, trying to merge those two?
You just got to have a lot of courage to do what you believe in, and believe that if you do it with that honesty and passion, other people will feel it. It might not happen right away. I never got into this to make money. Obviously, that's the afterthought to it. But initially, it was about putting together a very good product and offering it to others and sharing it. As an artist, would write a piece, a song, a poem, a rap, or a rhyme, or whatever, and to share it with others. And if it's done right, and he captures or she captures that honesty, the spirit of and truth of whatever it is that they're doing, that's what people feel. I believe in that truth.